So this is VViVid's new Honeycomb Smoke Taillight Tint, and it's specifically for taillights and or other architectural uses, and not recommended for headlight use because it does have a matte textured finish, which will reduce the clarity of your headlights. So I was able to get this as sample as a pre-release. So this is something that's not been quite released as of making this video. It's a really unique looking film. Try to get a little closer here. You can see it's got a honeycomb pattern to it. The fill inside the honeycomb is a matte texture, and so it's got a really nice textured feel to it. It is a light smoke tint is what I have here, and so it is translucent but not transparent or optically clear. And so you can see why you wouldn't want to use this on your headlights, because while you can see through it, it would probably cause too much loss of light in your headlight itself, since you'll need that for safety as far as traveling at night. But with your taillights, it should be okay because people can still see the red lights if you have your lights on or if you apply your brake lights. So real quick, again, this is what it looks like up close. Feels really nice. It's got a soft texture, if you will, to it. It's got an air release pattern to it, so it is a dry application vinyl wrap for your tint, so it applies just like vinyl wrap. The honeycomb lines themselves are the clear, if you will, parts to it, as you can see my hand through this as well. This is part of their Premium Plus line, and it's not part of the Ultimate Tint line that I'm aware of, at least yet. So what are some of the uses for this particular film? Well, one, I tinted my taillight with it, as you can see in the video. While it is a light smoke because of the matte texture of the film itself and the honeycomb pattern, it does seem to subdue the light a little bit more than I would typically like. If you were going to do this on your taillights and you have halogen bulbs like I do in the taillights of my car that I've applied this to, you might want to replace them with something a little bit brighter like LED bulbs. And so because of how it reduces the visibility and clarity and output of your lights, it is not recommended to use this on your headlights. However, that doesn't mean aside from taillights, there aren't other uses. So for one, it makes a really cool decorative addition or stylistic film for, say, like your laptop. As you can see that I've wrapped my laptop here, or maybe an iPad or a gaming system or something of the like. Also, because it is a kind of a frosted look to it, I found that this would make a great frosted glass look for, say, like privacy glass. And here you can see that I've applied this to a window in my shower where light would come straight through. There's a house being built next door. Not that they could see in it unless somebody is at a pretty extreme angle. However, it does add a little bit of a privacy factor to it while still letting a lot of light through. So a couple initial thoughts in using this vinyl for a couple different applications. One, it applies just like regular vinyl. So it cold stretches nicely, it warm stretches nicely, and it does have really good air egress properties to it. It does have a low initial tack, and so it is it can slide across the surface. It picks up really easily and it's very repositionable. A couple things to be wary about when you do apply this. When you do stretch this, it does have a pattern, so be careful not to overstretch it because you could distort the pattern way too much. Now, how much distortion in the pattern is acceptable to you is dependent on what your tolerance is for that. If you're going around a curve, say a headlight or a taillight, excuse me, not a headlight. If you're going around a taillight, you might have a pretty extreme curve, and therefore there's going to be no way to go around that curve without stretching the pattern a little bit or to some degree. Also, I discovered that be careful when using heat. I was using a torch during the application process on my taillight, and a torch puts out a lot of heat really fast. And so when I was experimenting with it, I found that this vinyl does gloss out really quickly. Glossing out meaning that the matte texture, the matte look of the film becomes gloss and it never goes back to being matte. And that's actually a warning for all matte films. If you overstretch or overheat them, they can turn gloss. And so this one is subject to the same glossing effect if you use too much heat and too much stretch. Alright guys, so that's about it for this film for right now. I'm not sure when VViVid is actually going to release this film. on their VViVid shop. But it's a pretty cool film. Give it a try when it comes out. See what you think about it. If you have any other ideas on applications for this film, like I said, I've already used it on a laptop, a iPad case, a window, and on my taillights. So if there's anything else that you want me to try to use this film on, just let me know. Drop a comment in the comments below. So I hope this video has been helpful for you. If you did like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button and the bell notification button so that you get notices whenever I post new content to the channel. I've got more videos in the works and on the way that I'd love to share with you. Thanks again for watching, guys, and have a great day.